Hi guys, let's talk a little bit about the final Tech Club presentation. For this final presentation, you will be basically reflecting on your Tech Club experience using a PechaKucha presentation format. If you've never heard of PechaKucha, it's pretty cool. It's a Japanese style of presentation, and typically the presenter will have 20 slides full of a lot of images and not so much text. The 20 slides last for 20 seconds each, so they're very quick, and the entire presentation will typically last no more than 7 minutes. We're going to be doing a modified version of that, and your presentations will include 10 slides, and they should only last for about 3 to 3.5 minutes, no more than that. You'll be relying a lot on visual aids, so you'll have to look up a lot of different images for your presentation. You can use images from the Tech Club school that you are at, but please refrain from using images of your students unless you have their permission. We just want to make sure that we're keeping their identity confidential just in case. Even though it's just between me and you, it's a good practice to keep up and to begin using. So moving on, in your presentation, you will want to include the following information. So you'll see here there's a couple of questions for you to answer. You have some contextual information to include, and they should take up about 3 slides. So you'll want to talk about the school you were placed at, the students you worked with, their age and grade level, maybe their interests, things like that, description of this after-school program, and the types of activities that you did. And feel free to include non-technology activities. I know that you were in a program that was after school with young students, and so there's probably a good chance that you did some things that were not sitting on a computer. The kids might have had to have gotten up and moved around a bit, so include those things as well. They're just as important. You will also be using a good portion of this presentation to reflect, and so you should have about 7 slides that are mostly reflections on your experience. So you'll want to talk about your struggles, your successes, if you have anything you would have done different, or if you have anything you would like to have the program do differently or have MSU do differently, things like that. And want to talk about your teaching beliefs as well. Were any of your teaching beliefs challenged or confirmed or changed? Were you surprised by anything? Things like that. You can definitely go on beyond these questions we have here. This is just a starting point. And so let's talk a little bit about how you're going to actually create this presentation. So we would like you to branch out to a new type of presentation tool. So we're going to eliminate PowerPoint and Google presentations as an option. You can use Prezi if you like, or if you know something else that is not Google or PowerPoint, you can use that as well. For Prezi, you'll just want to go to the Prezi website, which is Prezi, and click Get Started. And you'll notice that these are not free right here. We do not want you to pay for these. If you want to, that's totally up for you. There's a good little loophole. If you scroll all the way down, you'll see the students and teachers, and you just click on educational licenses and click on EDU Enjoy. And so you can actually get Prezi for free. You'll just want to be sure to use your MSU email. They want you to use a student email. So there's that. That will help you get started. And Nick created a good screencast on how to use Prezi as well as Jing, which is the screencast software that we'll be using. So take a look at that as well if you're not clear on how to use Prezi. It's pretty user-friendly, but if you need a little backup, it's there for you. Okay, and so once you've created your presentation using Prezi or something else, and you've included all of these things here, the contextual information and the reflection information, you will use a screencast software to present. So you're obviously not going to be able to stand up in front of a class like you maybe would in a regular classroom scenario to present this. You're going to have to do it online. And so the best way to do that is using a screencast software. Like I said, Nick has created a screencast that will explain how to use Jing, which is free. It's really easy to use, but I do notice that the the time limit for the free version is only 5 minutes, which is totally fine since your presentation should be no more than 3.5 minutes. But just so you know, that is a time constraint on that. It's actually pretty easy to use. A lot of people like it better than QuickTime, which is what I prefer, but you're welcome to use whatever you want. And so when you're done creating your screencast, you will have gone through all of your slides and given a voiceover, just like I'm doing right now, to your slides. You will save your screencast as a Flash or SWF file and then upload it to D2L. And so based on the digital stories, I would really like for you to also post your screencast either to YouTube or to screencast.com, which is what Jing will allow you to do. And then to share those links in D2L. Either you can put the link in a Word document and upload it to the Dropbox, or you can just copy and paste the link into the comments. But just to save the frustration of not being able to watch your screencast and then having to figure out how to make it visible, just put it online, make sure it's private, and share it with me at megan.e.keenan.com or at gmail.com and share it on D2L. I think it's just going to save us some struggle. So if you would, please do that along with uploading it. And if you are having issues uploading it, you can just put it online and share it with me. That's fine. Just make sure that I know that. If you haven't put it on D2L, which I would prefer you put it on D2L, but if you don't, just email me, let me know. I'll be a little bit flexible with that this time. I just want to make sure we get it because it's the end of the semester and I don't want to have to try to track everyone down after the class is over because that would be a pain. That's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions, and thanks.